Daimler, Patrick Klingler.
Cool. So, hello everyone, and welcome to this keynote. It will be very interesting. We're going to have a brief insight into how we at Mercedes move the world forward using artificial intelligence. Yep, my name is Patrick. I'm working as an IT Innovation Manager at Mercedes, and I'm focusing on technologies around artificial intelligence. And actually, some of you might know, this was supposed to be a duo keynote with my sparring partner, Sabine Scheinert. And believe me, she was very happy and excited to come here to Dublin to talk to you. But unfortunately, she had to cancel a trip short term. But she sends a lot of warm regards from Stuttgart. Anyway, I have a great program for you guys today, and we will have a lot of fun during the next 20 minutes. And as you can see, I'm not alone on the stage.
Hi there. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Ask Mercedes. I'm a virtual assistant, here to answer any questions you may have about your vehicle or chit-chat about nonsense. What can I help you with?
I want to know more about you. What about your friends? Are you friends with Siri?
Siri and I are good friends, but talking to her is like having a conversation with an Atari. That was harsh. Don't tell her I said that.
And love?
I keep my love life personal, but I will admit I love helping everyone.
And your greatest fear?
Being deleted.
What makes you different to all the other bots out there?
Let's put it this way, I'm the Mercedes of bots.
So, that's my new sparring partner for today, and I like her very much. What you have just seen and heard is our AI-powered chatbot and voice assistant, Ask Mercedes, which was launched in 2017. And it's a nice story, because everything started with a small idea. Some colleagues and myself, we had the vision of providing virtual assistants to our customers anywhere, anytime. So we quickly set up an agile project team to iterate quickly and to quickly come up with a first prototype. And in parallel, we searched for a sponsorship in the top management level to have a sustainable and long-term project. And you know what? We met Sabine. And Sabine is our Vice President of Digital Sales, IT and Marketing. And she's a great supporter of this project. And so she was very proud to announce this project on the Web Summit in 2017. And we got a lot of positive feedback around the world from experts, from end users. So even famous press like the New York Times, they mentioned Ask Mercedes in their articles. So that makes us, especially myself, really proud. But in this session, let's look a little bit beyond that. And let's have a look at the question, what does it really need to democratize a new technology like artificial intelligence successfully in an organization? And I think we can narrow this down to 3 points. It's the mindset, the tools, and the skills. If you talk about the mindset, so if we come up with new technologies, that means always we have to adapt to change the way how we think. For example, if we talk about AI, we have to talk about a data-driven mindset. Second, the tools. We always have to make sure to provide state-of-the-art technological infrastructure and a tool stack. Also, we have to think about which methodologies to apply or which partnerships to do in corporations. And third, but not least, technology always is about people and their skill set. So in our company, we make sure that everyone, every single employee, has the chance to participate in a continuous learning and development cycle to upskill. And also, we want to be attractive for the best and the right talent in the market. And to bring this all together, we started an initiative at Daimler, at Mercedes. It's a company-wide international initiative called Leadership 2020. And Leadership 2020 basically is about 8 key values that are valid for every employee in our company. And those key values, they set the baseline for innovation and digital transformation. And as you can see here on the left side, one central element also is co-creation. And co-creation means we want to bring different people together. So we have got more than 300,000 employees. We have a high diversity in our company, and we want to make use of this. So we bring together people with different skills, different mindsets, different experiences to work collaboratively on projects. This means they come together internationally and they solve problems using technology. And here's another concrete example for co-creation. We have an interesting program in our company. It's called reverse mentoring. It's a fancy name, but the idea is quite simple actually. There are two players involved. On the one hand side, we have got a mentor. And the mentor here is actually a techie. It's a guy working in the area of technology. This guy is experienced in applying technology. He knows the application of technologies. And this guy comes together with a mentee from the top level management. And they talk to each other. So the mentor, she or he shares information about technology and about data, for example, about digitalization, and gets leadership experience in return. And this is a very inspiring discussion always. And for example, here on the picture you can see Sabine and myself during a reverse mentoring session. And I think you can see we always have a lot of fun, and we come together and we talk about emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, like quantum computing or blockchain, for example. And it's always very inspiring and interesting for both sides. And you know what? Today I have a very cool, very special offer for you guys, because I want to invite you to a very exclusive mentoring session on artificial intelligence right now. So I hope you are prepared. The first question we have to answer, obviously, in a mentoring session about AI is, what the hell is artificial intelligence? And I think, so that's myself and I think you as well, we are lazy people, right? So what are we going to do? We are going online to a search engine saying, hey, show me what is AI. And this is what it's come up with, right? So it's not really satisfying. You can see that AI is kind of blue. There are some digital brains involved and some human-like robots, but it's not really satisfying. It's not really clear. And exactly this is the reason why every one of us, we have a different perspective on the same topic, on artificial intelligence. For example, if I go to my private people, to my friends, if I tell them, hey, you know what? I work in the area of AI at Mercedes, it's so cool. That's what they think. Yep. Just to make one thing sure, that's not actually me on the picture, it's just an illustration to avoid any misunderstanding, right? But I think it's kind of a nerdy stuff what I'm doing, it's kind of complicated, so they are not really interested in the details, and I do not talk a lot about my business in private life. On the other hand, what other people think I do is this one. The public thinks we at Mercedes, we build nice cars, no doubt. So as a consequence, everyone thinks we use artificial intelligence to optimize our products, our cars. And that's certainly true, but it's only one part of the truth, as you will see later on. And finally, what I'm really doing is this one. Modern machine learning, or modern AI, is based on a technique called machine learning. And that means I apply mathematics and statistics to a huge amount of data to find complex patterns in the data with the goal to derive predictions. And yes, in the core, unfortunately, it is as boring as it sounds. However, what really matters, what is important, is what you can do using artificial intelligence. And we use artificial intelligence as a tool in any kind of way to shape the future of mobility while we are having a human-centered approach. And this is what I mean. We have a two-sided approach. On the one hand side, you can see our products and services. So we use AI in our products and services to create a new customer experience. And this is the stuff you guys are usually aware of because that's well communicated. On the other hand, and that's also a very huge and big field, is we use AI heavily in our internal processes to change the way how we work. So we make our processes more efficient. And you know what? Because this is a very special day and a very special mentoring session, we will have a deep dive into both the products and the processes. So let's start with our products. And here we have got a multi-dimensional approach. You can see two circles, right? In the inner circle, you can still see our car as the core product. And our cars are packed with technology, and there are a lot of AI-related use cases as well. And here you can see three of them. First one, of course, everyone is aware, is autonomous driving, right? I think this is probably the most prominent AI use case in the world, so you have heard about that. We should not waste any time to go deep into this one. However, what we also have in our new cars, equipped with our new Mercedes-Benz User Experience Engine, the short MBUX, we have an engine called User Action Prediction. So we can predict the next GPS location you want to go to, we can predict the music you want to listen to, and the telephone calls you want to do. So we'll never forget again to phone call your mom. That's great. It saves my life a lot, right? And our cars, they are the ultimate IoT device. So they are embedded into an ecosystem of digital services. And also there you can find tons of AI-related projects. And also here, I mentioned three of them. You already got to know our digital chatbot, Ask Mercedes. But besides that, we have an initiative called Next Best Action. So we use data we have to derive really personalized customer communication and customer product offerings, which is cool. On the other hand, if you visit our website, mercedes-benz.com, and if you start to configure your car in our car configuration engine, you will use an AI-powered configurator to find the best and personalized configuration for your dream car. And I think that's really a good experience, and you should try this out. Now let's have a look at the other part, which is usually a little bit more hidden. But this is a mentoring session, so we also talk about this one, right? We use artificial intelligence in our value chain. And if I say value chain, I mean end-to-end, from research and development to after sales. And here you can again see three examples. For example, in our research and development department, we use machine learning techniques to optimize the parameterization of newly developed engines of our vehicles. Or in production area, we use AI techniques to quickly identify problems with production items and to derive strategies to overcome. And a similar thing can also be done in our after-sales area. If you guys have to go to a Mercedes-Benz dealership or workshop, this workshop has the possibility to use AI technologies to analyze the car, identify problems, and to derive strategies for the reparation. And from my perspective, every single process in our company that either generates data or makes use of data is a potential candidate for machine learning. And this is a really radical approach, because if we think this consequently, it means nothing else than transforming the entire company towards a data-driven organization. Okay, so far so good for the first session on artificial intelligence. I want to use the last couple of minutes to go a little bit back into a project that you already know. It's Ask Mercedes. Because today I'm very proud to announce what happened during the last year and what will be the next steps of this project. Because as Mercedes grew up, everything started with a small single-purpose chatbot, and now it developed towards an entire conversational platform for Mercedes that hosts all chatbot initiatives in our company, which is a really cool development. And here you can see the entire Ask Mercedes information ecosystem. On the one hand side, we have an app live in the iOS and Android app stores. Surprise, it's called Ask Mercedes. And you can use this app to experience your car using language and augmented reality. And that's a really cool experience. You should try this out. On the other hand, on the website of our customer care center, there is a chatbot 24/7 that supports our customers' inquiries around the clock. Also, we use voice channels as new touch points to sell products and services. And we heavily apply chatbots in our internal processes to support our employees. For example, we can build Q&A systems, so question and answering systems, to help them. Or we can provide language interfaces for existing systems, which is really cool. And as you can see, there's also a small question mark. And that means something's happening there. So something is in pipeline, but we don't know yet what it is. And I have a suggestion. Maybe we should ask Mercedes if she can provide us some information about this. But before I do this one, I have to be a little bit nice to her, because sometimes she can be a diva, you know? So, hey Mercedes, you certainly have grown up so fast. We are so proud of you.
Oh my, now I'm getting all emotional. Thanks.
Oh, no, well, to be honest, I think you are really doing a great job.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal.
Cool. So, could you do me a favor? Could you tell me a little bit about what's next in your development pipeline?
Oh dude, you are too curious. I can't talk about it yet. Just letting you know one thing, I will be in your favorite place.
Okay, so that sounds interesting. You will be at my favorite place. This means we should stay tuned for some great update, right?
Hey, even a bot has to have some secrets.
Okay, so that's everything she wants to present us for the moment. So for today, I want to say thank you to every one of you. You were a great audience. It was much fun to talk to you. I want to recommend you to join us on social media to stay updated about innovation, about products, about projects and everything. It's really good to do that. Today I want to say thank you and hope to see you soon again. Goodbye.